During the opposition retreat in Parliament, MIRIA MATEMBE came out to speak about the sovereignty bill that the NRM is planning to pass. And I did my earlier videos citing on how they are targeting the opposition. And any government that does laws targeting someone in mind is a rogue government that needs to go as soon as yesterday. MIRIA MATEMBE said these statements.
Because, for instance, when I saw that they got these, you call it foreigner what? The sovereignty bill. Stupid! You know, at times I want to contain myself and stop using these words. But I read with the NRI members of Parliament caucus has been accepted with the sovereignty bill. Is it sovereignty law? Surely. Why I'm happy, leader of opposition. I was saying, where shall I get this platform to shout and call upon Ugandans? And now you called me for the budget. For me, the budget, you can talk your budget, which I also saying, surely, what sort of budget is this? And when you say, but when I see these people with the arrow, I want to say, God release fire from, come and consume them. I'm telling you, I reached that kind of person. I reached that kind of level. I mean, I'm a Ugandan. Why should I be treated as garbage? Why should I? Why? And everybody is pocketed. And you go, Sarim Sare. Who is Sarim Sare? To be the one you bow instead of bowing to God, whom delivered this nation to. So I thought, this sovereign, you people, you don't know. When Museveni had come here, he used to condemn Obote and say, how can you have such kind of debt? Debt. Mortgaging our nation. Banango Obote debt had never reached that level. It had never reached that level. Now his level, I saw him say, Banange, on TV, that God will work. God. He made a statement that these members of Parliament are earning so much, and I was telling them to see whether we can, and then they said, no, it will destabilize us, and therefore I agreed, what do I do? But God will come in, which God? You can see, when members of Parliament are the cause of our problem, the leaders in Parliament, I'm sorry to tell you, you go there, you become the cause of our problem. Because surely, when you see the budget, when you see the debt, when you see all this, for what? Where does the money go? What is it doing in few people's pockets? When I say I want to call fire to consume them, do you think I'm wrong? But I wish it could be the fire of the Holy Spirit to consume them, turn them to the right doing, rather than doing wickedness and evil. But
that is MIRIA MATEMBE. And for me, it is right. Uganda is taken down to the memory lane. Bad laws are being pushed in the throats of Ugandans. The last one was the Computer Misuse Act that was brought by Muhammad Insedeb. It was thrown down by the Supreme Court, thanks to the court. More laws are continuing to come, laws that are established to control freedom of speech, to control freedom of expression, to control freedom of association. We've not gravitated towards bringing laws that aim at streamlining economics, policy, etc. But because the regime is hell-bent in keeping power, such laws are expected. I feel bad, but in all laws, a sovereignty bill was going to be discussed in the NRM caucus to be pushed down the throats of very many Ugandans. I remember there is a story in Kenya. One of the leaders of the prison passed an order that prisoners are not supposed to cover very well in fluffy blankets because they are in a punishment in prison. Few years later, he was imprisoned and he cried a lot that he's feeling cold in prison. They reminded him that the order that was passed when he was the head of prison is the same order that is still binding. People should desist from passing laws, having someone in mind, because systems change, leaderships change. The next day, someone else may be president. and we may be suffering the same law. It is the truth. So the sovereignty bill, if we had sane Ugandans, sane leaders, it must be not even near to consideration in the 21st century. There's someone who works with foreigners, and Uganda is good at twisting laws. You remember the Public Management Order Act? By then, Amama Mbabazi was the proprietor. He pushes through the throats of very many members of parliament. The first victim was Amama Mbabazi when he was going in Bali. People don't learn. So MIRIA MATEMBE coming out to speak boldly about the sovereignty bill, he has the right. He's an elder. He's been there for a long period of time. And I keep on telling people that I think the only problem with Ugandan, it is one, and very many African countries. Every leader has a purpose on a country. The problem then comes in when a leader would want to overstep his purpose. In 1986, we needed MUSEVENI for liberation. In 2021, 2026, we don't need MUSEVENI. We need someone who can bring constitutionalism, economic prosperity, and good policies, which MUSEVENI has failed to deliver. Countries develop because everyone has something to put on. China needed a leader for the revolution 1949. Mao Zedong. After Mao Zedong revolution, China needed a Deng Xiaoping for economics. It needed a Xi Jinping for global politics. Every leader has a purpose for the generation. MUSEVENI has outlived this generation to an extent that instead of bringing laws to bring development, to bring constitutionalism, to bring good leadership, is bringing laws to curtail our freedom of speech, expression, and association, which is unfortunate. Of course, as my opinion is truly Mr. Makinde Kabesura Manumaguli. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.